Perfect Match, Netflix's most recent reality TV series, might be less authentic than it appears according to the show's cast. With a revolving door of cast members coming from all sorts of Netflix reality shows, Perfect Match brings singles together to try and create perfectly matched couples while the contestants compete to win dates and change partners. Including contestants from shows like Love is Blind, The Circle, and Too Hot to Handle, Perfect Match was sure to bring drama from the moment it began, and the show delivered on that promise. While some singles, like The Ultimatum, Marry or Move On's Zay Wilson, didn't last too long on Perfect Match, others remained matched on the show from the beginning to the end, like Perfect Match's Joey Sasso and Carousel Snow. With cast members coming and going throughout the season, it was clear that the show needed to be heavily produced in order to keep the stories moving forward. With or without producer involvement, the cast had some interesting things to share about how much reality went into Perfect Match. 4 contestants on Perfect Match didn't know it was a dating show when the contestants signed on for Perfect Match. They were aware they would be getting into a new Netflix reality TV experience. While some of the stars' shows had either just aired or were set to air during Perfect Match's filming, many were already notable in the Netflix reality TV community, like Too Hot to Handle's Francesca Farago. The contestants signed on to do the show for a fun experience, understanding they would be surrounded by other Netflix stars. Still, many were unaware of what the show would entail. Love is Blind's Bartise Bowden shared with Zachary Reality's podcast that he was told it would be a spring break party-style show. When the stars finally got to the beach, the concept of the show was explained a bit more clearly to them. Many were shocked it was a reality dating competition series, but most were able to quickly regroup as they matched up with other stars. The fact that most of the contestants were unaware of what they were getting into seems clear in the first episode of the series, as the competitors all seem a bit confused as they meet up on the beach for their first night together. 3 Perfect Match's production team set up dramatic couples reunions. Perfect Match's stars were coupled up within the first night, and the pairs shared beds and relied on each other to remain in the competition. Each challenge would allow one couple to prove they knew each other the best, then give them the power to bring new singles into the competition. The couple with power would create new matches, even if that meant unmatching from their current partner to rematch themselves. This twist was interesting for the couples who had power, as they were able to manipulate the social dynamics of the game but seemed unaware they were being manipulated themselves. When couples like Francesca and Dom Gabriel from The Mole were given the ability to invite new singles into the game and create new couples, the singles available had been predetermined by the production team. Though there were many more singles than what was presented, the small selection they saw was not chosen at random. The production team picked the most controversial singles to present to the current contestants, like Love is Blind's Damian Powers, to entice the contestants into bringing dramatic figures into the show. This staging and manipulation, while effective, was set up ahead of time. 2 story editors stirred the pot on Perfect Match on top of manipulating the story by presenting the stars with tantalizing options for new matches. The show's production team was weaving the story of the show behind the scenes. The editing of Perfect Match was a topic of conversation for fans and stars like Savannah Palacio alike when some noticeable editing mistakes were shown on screen. While having story editors and stage managers on set is a common practice in reality TV, it seemed clear that there were more than just a few helping hands in ensuring that the stories between the couples were obvious. According to Savannah, who spoke to Distractify. Producers have a hand at editing and maybe stirring the pot. One contestants were possibly in other relationships before filming. One of the clearest markers of perfect match potentially being staged and faked comes from a few of the stars themselves. Francesca and Savannah, who have publicly feuded on and off since the show began airing, have been throwing shade at one another about their alleged relationships prior to filming for Perfect Match. Savannah claimed that Francesca was openly dating someone else while she was on the show, and while Francesca denied the accusation, she lobbed the same thing directly back at Savannah. The Perfect Match women have spoken out publicly against one another and taken shots at each other's authenticity on the show and after it wrapped filming. Other contestants have spoken out about being in relationships outside of Perfect Match, including the tumultuous drama between the winners of the show, Dom and Georgia Hazarati. The duo won the competition after building what seemed like a genuine connection in the house, but their connection faded quickly. Georgia, who is dating Harry Jowsey, has spoken highly of Dom, but he has been quick to explain the rift between them. He has said that though his relationship with Georgia barely began, he felt blindsided when he heard that Harry was dating the woman he ended the show with. Though Perfect Match has proven to be one of the most entertaining Netflix reality shows, it is clear that some of the issues need to be worked through if the show is renewed for another season. While some of the cast have spoken out about Perfect Match's fake moments, many have taken the time to say their relationships were real on the show. The cast has confirmed their connections were authentic, even if contestants like Bartise were pushed to be manipulative or edited to appear differently than they played out in real life. Sources: Zachary Reality's podcast, YouTube, Distractify.